you're running for president.
Hi! Don't be a douchebag. It's November 21st, 2019. My birthday. 38 years ago, my mother reared an evil demon, and that is me. Anyways, episode 34 is Impeach the Orange, Part 1. My dreams have come true. Donald Trump is finally being impeached. So we'll start at the kinda beginning. So I'm going to kind of try to do my summation on what we've seen so far. Their day of Mueller's testimony, Trump just couldn't wait to break the law again. So the next day, he gave Ukraine a call. Unfortunately, the Mueller report lost a lot of its steam because there was way too many moving parts and it lasted way too fucking long. The Ukraine scandal, however, is Trump's dumbest scandal yet, but very simple to follow. He's fucking dumb. He released the transcript, which incriminates him, and then his chief of staff went on national television and admitted it. We have multiple witnesses corroborating the dumbest crime ever, and you can even come close to questioning any of their integrity. All of these motherfuckers are in their socks, except for Sondland. They make the Pope blush. All right. The scandal, simply put, is a shakedown, a quid pro quo, I can't even say it right. It's only Trump. Anyways, it's a shakedown. It's illegal. Okay. So what happened is Trump held up aid and a White House meeting with Ukraine until Ukraine's newly elected president went on national television and said he was investigating the Bidens. The Biden piece is more than a fucking joke and the longest shot ever. A long debunked conspiracy theory. Hunter Biden, who was the son of VP Biden at that time, Hunter was a part of the board of the industry company called Burisma. You'll hear a lot of that on the Republican side. And they later dissolved due to corruption. Big shocker. At that time, when Hunter was on the board, his dad was a vice president. And Joe got rid of one of the leading prosecutors at that time. Joe held aid at that time until the proven corrupt prosecutor was fired. This move was supported by the EU and everyone. The prosecutor was fired and the aid was released. The Bidens didn't do anything illegal, much to the Republicans' chagrin. There's the story. End of story, right? Oh no, fuck no. The Republican Party is convinced that Vice President Biden at that time fired that corrupt prosecutor to protect his son Hunter, which has been proven false multiple times. Trump was dumb enough to ask the newly elected Ukraine president to reopen the Biden investigation, and then he released a transcript to prove how dumb he is. This impeachment is cut and dry. Trump is finally fucked. Even if he escapes impeachment, he has a prison cell waiting for him. Remember Stormy Daniels, tax evasion, emoluments clause violations, witness intimidation, just to name a few. Our support in Ukraine is of the utmost importance, okay? Take a look at a map sometime and look at Ukraine. It's in a pretty bad fucking spot. They're a fledgling democracy with deep Soviet scars, and if the U.S. wants to support democracy in Ukraine from Russian aggression. Trump should not bribe their desperate democracy with money that's not his to manipulate. Ukraine wants to be free of corruption and therefore free of Russia. Russia has already stolen Crimea from Ukraine in 2008. They're in an active war to take back their land. Ukraine needs our U.S. support to combat Russia, not only with our, help on the front lines with training and equipment and money, but also it shows that we support Ukraine, and Russia will back off, hopefully because of that. Ukraine needed us, and we fucked them for Papa Putin's puppet. Colonel Vindman's testimony, in my opinion, was very powerful. He was a Jewish immigrant from the former USSR. He became an officer in the U.S. Army. He received the Purple Heart during combat operations. This guy is being slandered by the Republicans and Fox News. How fucking shallow is that? Attacking the living, breathing American dream who risked his life for his country. This man has more valor than the entire Republican Party. No matter how this shit ends, people need to at least hear what a shitbreak Trump is. So I find comfort in that. The desperation on the right is pitiful. Devin Nunes and PP touching Gymnasium Jordan's pathetic attempt at protecting Trump has become nauseating to watch and kind of arousing too. The Republican Party has reduced itself to attacking honorable and patriotic Americans. Ambassador Sondland's testimony was a fucking graveyard for Republicans. He aloofly threw everybody under the bus by name. He said in his opening statement, under oath, word for fucking word, there was a quid pro quo. Quick and important side note, Sunderland's face looks like the end of an over-microwaved hot dog, and he probably has a similar intelligence. When Sunderland's didn't sell his soul to the Orange God, you should have seen the look on Devin Nunes' face. I have masturbated to that already. Watching the final hearing today and seeing Dr. Fiona Hill dismantle the Republican Russian hoax was awesome. It was a great way to polish this fucked up story. Hill was as diplomatic as they come, and even when she was attacked, she politely countered with facts and never once got emotional. I can't say that for the Republicans. The Republicans have literally no ground to stand on. They have become devoid of dignity to impress Trump. Watching the Republicans question the witness was like, who can get retweeted by Trump the fastest? They have Cheeto dust on their face, and they have no souls. The Republicans have chosen a Russian-installed puppet over being American. Don't be a douchebag. Hi. Thanks for listening. I appreciate your time. Who's this douche, you ask? I'm Chris. I'm a combat veteran. I have PTSD, and I have SCA1. SCA1 is a rare neurological disease that slows and slurs speech, and I have to use a walker to get around. It's like being drunk without drinking beer, and if you know me well, that is the greatest torture. My podcasts are of me just yelling and cursing at the mic, and I hope you enjoy. Bye!